Yeah, some ET for you this Friday. Some things to think about this Friday. What are you taking for granted? What areas have you gotten comfortable? You stop respecting it. You stop holding it in high regard. You said, that's all right, right? I'm just gonna play here in this area. Remember, I told you I want you to be doers of the word. I want you to take something from that because this is applicable to all of us. Every different, we all have different areas, but there's things we take for granted. There's people we take for granted. What ET just shared with you that I want you to take in is I hope we're not taking life for granted. I hope you're not taking every single day for granted, right? Like I hope my prayer, my hope for you is that you're waking up every day with a sense of urgency, respecting life, knowing we don't have forever. You don't have forever to make your dreams come true. You don't have forever to build the life you don't need a break from. You don't have forever to do any of these things. That's why today matters. That's why, like this moment, like today, what you are going to do today doesn't matter what you did this past week. I hope you did a lot of great things this past week. I hope you held yourself accountable to some things. I hope you grew. I hope you read. I hope you did all the things that we talk about. I hope you did. If you didn't, you got today. If you didn't do anything for the past month, if you didn't do anything this year yet, you have today. And you can't let what you haven't done, the ways you've been, those things keep rolling into the next day, the next week, the next month. I'm going to get to it. It's going to, no, no, no. We got to sacrifice today. We got to do the work today. We don't have forever. You don't know when the hourglass is over, when God's calling you home. You don't know. So are we doing the work every single day? It's just a reminder. It's just a reminder. I could have went into our text, 177 mental toughness secrets, and given the one that says, "Hey, champions have a sense of urgency," because that's what ET's talking about at the end of that. A sense of urgency. This clock that's in your mind of like, man, I got to do this today. I got to get healing. I got to get better. I got to grow. Like it's a constant. It's not like, hey, what do we do today? Not much. Oh, well, this happened to me and this happened, and I dealt with this person, and this thing and that thing. But do we have the sense of urgency of, man, where are we going? And are we growing and becoming? Are we getting there? Are we heading in that direction? Today is just a reminder. What do you no longer hold in high regard? Ask yourself that question. What do I no longer, something I used to value? I used to value my health. I used to be in the gym every single day. I used to do this. And then all of a sudden, I'm not in that space these days. I used to value my relationships. You know how easy it was for a child, an adolescent, a teenager to make friends, to have conversation. And now we're older. We don't really value those relationships. We don't value new relationships as much. We don't call people as much as we should. We don't text people as much as we should. All right. What area in your life are you not holding in high regard? Don't get comfortable. That's the other thing I wrote down. Don't get comfortable. We know, right? Everything you want is outside of your comfort zone. Everything you want is outside of what feels good and right, what's comfortable for you. That's where all the good stuff is. So we can't get comfortable. We can't get comfortable with life. We can't get comfortable in our routines. We can't get comfortable with the people that we're around. We can't get comfortable with our habits. We can't get comfortable in the way that we think about life. Like we just can't be comfortable. You have to learn how to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Like it's a constant discomfort, that sense of urgency. It's constant. This is how you get to the life you don't need a break from. Remember, that's the context of this. Some people want to stay the same. Some people are okay where they are. That's God bless them. That's fine. You want to go off and do something better with your life. You need more fulfillment. You know there's more. You need more capacity. You can't be comfortable. You gotta have this sense of urgency. You gotta develop that, y'all. If you don't have it, uh, last point that ET said, really powerful. God has already given you everything you need to go be successful. You already have it in you. You were already created as that. He gave you your special gifts and talents. I believe, and right, this, I believe people just never tap into it because life gets us distracted because we're always doing other things because we're always focused on other people, that like we haven't tapped in to our God-given gift and ability. So that's a challenge for you all this weekend. Do you know what like your ability, your talent is, like you specifically? Like, do you know what you're good at? Do you know what God gave you that He didn't give someone else? What you're supposed to use as your gift to the world? There's a purpose, there's a reason why you're here. Have you tapped into it? Have you gotten quiet enough? Have you gone through enough things? Have you tried enough things? Have you failed enough times? Have you prayed enough? Have you talked enough? Like, have you done enough to get to know, like, oh, this is what I'm good. This is the gift. Things that come really naturally to you that then someone else tells you often, man, I can't believe you do that. That's not net. Like, I could never do that. I could, when you start hearing people say that a lot, it's probably because you're in your gift. When you start hearing people say, I don't know how you do that, or man, I could never, but it's so easy to you. Maybe it's something you've developed, but it's really simple. It's your gift. Have you sat with yourself enough to know what that is? It's going to help you get to that life. In our text, 177 Mental Toughness Secrets of the World Class, was a chapter that said the world class has tremendous self-respect. You just heard ET talk about respect, respect for life, what we hold in high regard. Bigger question for you: do you hold yourself in high regard? Do you have a high level of self-respect? I get on my high horse about time because I believe that people that are late for everything have low respect for people's time. You don't they probably don't respect their own time. That's also why they don't respect another person's time. Some of y'all are in business with me, so you know, and you've gone through it. People will cancel. People will, the worst are the people that just never answer. Like they just, we have a date set and then they just choose to not show up at all. It's like, oh, that person just has no respect for our time. Not, it takes 4 seconds to send a text message. I can't make it today. 4 seconds. But when people don't respect their other people's time, they probably don't respect themselves. They probably don't respect their own time. So I've learned that. So it's not about them. It's just it's not about like what they're doing to me. That's their own issue. They don't have that respect. World class has tremendous self-respect. When you hold yourself in high regard, you act differently towards others. It's an internal game, right? And so we might have to work on these things. Here's what it says in the text. It says, the poverty, working, and middle class levels of consciousness tend to struggle with respect. Respecting others is directly related to respecting yourself. Didn't I just say that? Right? It's 1,000% true. Respecting others, if people are disrespectful, it's because they don't even respect themselves. That's why you can't be so concerned with other people and what they're doing to you. They're not doing it to you. They're doing it to themselves. It's them. But we're here to work on us, right? So if you're not respecting other people, it's probably because you might need some help in the self-respect area. Again, respecting others is directly related to respecting yourself. It's been said you cannot give what you do not have, and respect falls directly into this category. Respecting others, respecting other people is easier for a pro because he has great respect for himself. The struggles and battles he's waged forged his confidence and character far beyond that of the average person. It's difficult for an intelligent person to play it safe every day and walk away with solid self-respect. It might be easier for the amateur if he was less talented or less intelligent than the pro, yet they are not. In some cases, an amateur can be even more gifted than the pro, but the amateur has settled for a life of mediocrity, and deep down they know it. They're dying with all the music still inside. This often causes great sadness, even depression. To know you are capable of world-class performance and decide to play it safe is a hard concept to stomach for an able-minded individual. Sometimes the television, the ball game, the movies, the alcohol are enough to drown out that little voice whispering that life is passing them by. And sometimes it is not. As a result, low self-esteem and self-respect tend to breed low respect for others. This thought process has done a lot of harm throughout the world. Human beings are emotional creatures who crave respect. When they don't get it, they begin to cause trouble. The world-class performer, on the other hand, is fully engaged in life and living. His self-respect lends itself to respect others. When he's not respected by others, he chalks it up to middle class mentality. After all, he thinks to himself, aren't amateurs supposed to act like amateurs? If you're going to go off and design your ideal life, you're going to go off and be a professional in your life, you've got to raise your level of self-respect, of holding yourself in high regard. And what does it say here? It says the struggles and the battles, the adversities, is what builds the confidence and character for you to respect yourself. It's the things you continually push through, the things you continue to go down the path and say, you know what? I'm getting stronger. I'm getting better. I'm getting wiser. Like, and through the adversity, that character that you're building builds a confidence in you to respect yourself, to hold yourself in high regard, to not get comfortable, to not drown out that little voice of, hey, I know I'm destined for greater things. I know there's more out there for me. Again, when the amateur, like it says in here, settles for the life of mediocrity, that they deep down, deep in you, you know, that's your spirit man, that's your spirit self telling you, I can do more. Like, I was destined for more. I'm called to do more. There is more of this life. Like that thing that we have. When you drown that out, when the world distracts you, when you spend so much time on social media and entertaining and distract and all the things, it drowns out that voice of, man, I know I can do more. That's where the depression and the sadness, right? Because we're not making progress. All these things tie in. Tony Robbins says what? Progress equals happiness. It's the progress. It's you knowing I'm doing the work. I'm getting beat up. I'm going through the struggles. I'm going through the adversity, man, but my mindset is still good. I'm still growing. My spirit self is still growing. All these things, that gives you tremendous self-respect. And that's what you need to get to the life you don't need a break from, y'all. You got to have tremendous self-respect, because it's going to cause you to respect others in the world. It's going to cause you to operate differently in the world, but you are doing this for you. You just heard E.T. talk about that word, respect. And the number one thing he said is what? Respect life. Respect that God gave you breath. So what are you doing with it? What are you doing with it? What have you taken for granted? Have you taken just life for granted? Like, you think you're entitled to tomorrow? You're planning what's going to happen. And again, we all fall into it. Speaking to myself as I speak to you. But like, are you planning for, right, tomorrow, the next day, what you're going to do next week when March hits, what March Madness looks like? Are you planning that? You could plan it. But does that mean you're taking advantage of every day? Does that mean you're respecting every day? You're respecting life? That's my challenge for you. That's my prayer for you. That's my hope for you this weekend, is that you start to really dive in to say, you know what? I'm going to respect every day. I'm going to hold every day in high regard, which means I'm going to focus on the right things. I'm going to do the right things. I'm going to actually put my best foot forward every single day, regardless of how I feel. You've heard me say that before. We've gone over that topic. You have to be able to do and be greater than what you feel every day. Right? That's how we get to the life that we don't need a break from. Remember, it's not the destination, it's about who you're becoming. So I mention that so you actually have a vision. Every time I say that to you, of like, hey, the life you don't need a break from, eventually you'll start to be like, man, what life is that? Right? Like, what life do I not need a break from? Right? I just say that because a lot of people need a break from their life. A lot of people are like, I can't deal with this. I need a vacation. I need to go. They want to break from their life. What would it be like to design a life that you never wanted to take a break from? Like, I love every aspect of my life. And I might do fun things. I might still try, but like, I don't want to break. That's the life you're headed for. But guess what? You got to build the character, the confidence, the grit, the determination to actually even get close to that. That's what we're doing every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Critical thinking question, action step for today says, hey, what single habit, action, or behavior could I upgrade or change that would increase my level of self-respect? What single habit, action, or behavior can I upgrade or change that would increase my level of self-respect? Next, make a commitment in writing to make this upgrade or change in the next 30 days. Do the same thing every month for the next 12 months. Watch your life transform. Got to build that self-respect, ladies and gentlemen. You got to make sure you hold yourself in high regard. It's going to then determine how you handle the world, how you handle what's out there. But we got to go make this thing happen. It's too crowded down here at the bottom. It's time to get to the top of this thing. I love you guys. I want you to win. You deserve to win. Your families deserve it. If nobody tells you, I'll constantly tell you. Now it's time to do the work. Once you have the belief that you deserve to win, once you know that you're destined for greatness, once you know you were born to do something great with your life, that's your belief, now we do the work. The belief's in place. Now we take action behind the belief. We got to go out, do the work, continue to do something that scares you this weekend, pushes you out of your comfort zone, something that your future self is going to thank you for. Let's come back here and do it again on Monday, y'all. Love you guys. Take care.